Hey, what's up everyone? In this video I'll be unboxing and setting up LG's relatively new 27GN950. So this is their UltraGear monitor. It's basically their top of the line, as much good specs as you can get in a monitor. It's definitely going to cost you, it's about $800, so not a cheap monitor, but if you want kind of like the best on the market, this is what you're probably going to want to look for. So some of the specs include, it's 4K, so 3840 by 2160. It has 144 hertz refresh rate, which I believe you can overclock to 160. It has a 1 millisecond gray to gray response time. It's nano IPS, which is great for color accuracy as well as viewing angles. It supports HDR 600, so it is a little bit brighter than some of the other HDR 400 monitors on the market. It's compatible with G-Sync, FreeSync. It's got a lot of good specs, a lot that you would probably look for in, a somewhat competitive gaming monitor. It's also supposed to have really good color accuracy and everything. So basically everything that you would expect. So let's go ahead and open this up. The other side of the box is a different picture of the monitor itself. I'm not going to show that because there's a shipping label on that side, but let's go ahead and crack it open and see what we get. Alright, so here we go. They're going to give us the basically accessories first. So we have the stand legs. So I believe this is correct orientation. We have an LG logo right here. We have Nvidia G-Sync right here. Okay, so this is another part of the stand. This is like the back arm, basically the whole entire support. So let's go ahead and screw this in right away. You don't need tools for this. It's just basically 2 screws. You can just twist them in with your fingers. So we have an additional accessories box. I believe this is just all the cables. So we have power, more power. We have a USB type A to type B, which is nice that they include that. We have HDMI and DisplayPort. I heard people say online that the DisplayPort cables, and I assume the HDMI cables, are both kind of short. So I'm excited to kind of open these up and see really how short they are. Then you have just some instruction manuals. Not sure what this little clip is. And then we have a disc for the owner's manual, I guess. Probably doesn't need to be included in a 2020 product, but so the DisplayPort cable is probably 4 feet or so. That's fine with me. And I assume that the HDMI cable is also 4 feet long. In case anyone was curious and also saw other reviews saying that the cable is too short, 4 feet I don't think should be a problem for me. Alright, so there's the monitor itself. Figure out how we're going to get it out of here. Okay, and now the stand should just click in, just like any other LG mount and a lot of other mounts really. Snaps right in, no problem. And there we go. So I'm going to go and put this on a desk because it's a little sketchy sitting on this box. So here's a look at the back of the monitor. So there's a lot going on. Basically this is one big LED RGB ring that you can control via software on your computer. The only requirement is you have to plug it into your computer using the USB type B port right there. And once you do that, you basically have like a USB hub. So you have 2 more USB ports right here that can be daisy chained to your computer. Now there's also a display port, as you can see right here. And then we have 2 HDMI ports below that. We have headphone port, and then we have power. Now the controversial part is the HDMI ports. They are not HDMI 2.1, which means through HDMI you cannot do 4K at 120 hertz or more. HDMI 2.0, which is what these versions are, can only do 4K at 60 hertz. So basically that means that the PlayStation 5 and the new Xbox, those are going to be using HDMI 2.1 and not DisplayPort. So the only option is to have an HDMI 2.1 monitor or TV if you want to get the full 4K 120 hertz. So keep that in mind if you want a monitor for next-gen consoles, maybe wait until something with an HDMI 2.1 port comes out and then jump on that. Alright, so there it is. The monitor is set up. It's looking really good and clean. There's basically no bezel. I'm considering probably taking off the Nvidia G-Sync sticker because I mean, I know I have G-Sync. I don't need it advertised on my monitor. But I'll go ahead and start up the computer and we'll make sure all the settings are correct. Alright, so everything is kind of operational, I guess. Let's go and check out the settings, see if everything looks good. We'll go to the Nvidia control panel first. And it's basically recognizing the correct settings right away. So we have 3840 by 2160, 144 hertz refresh rate. Everything looks pretty good. The refresh rate is definitely running at 144. So default scaling is 150. I will probably change that. Advanced display settings. Yeah, okay, so it's detecting 8-bit color. I believe that should be 10-bit. We can look into that. So it looks like we still need to do a little bit of tweaking in order to get these settings correct. Let's see what we get with the on-screen display. Response time, I hear that fast is kind of the way to go. Faster looks too overdone and just ends up causing more problems than it fixes. So fast is kind of like the sweet spot. Let's see what else we have. So it is running DisplayPort version 1.4 with DSC, which is, I believe, dual stream compression, or something along those lines, where it's able to have all of these features running through a DisplayPort 1.4 cable, compressing it a little bit, but not enough to notice any difference, and just making it all possible, all of the, all of the features like 4K, 144 hertz, and all that good stuff. That's basically all of the settings that are available. So you can calibrate it yourself, or you can choose one of the defaults here. But that's basically it for now. I will try playing around with this. If you guys want a full review of this monitor, let me know. I should be hopefully getting the new RTX 3090 soon to really take advantage of this monitor, the high resolution as well as high refresh rate, and hopefully games will be looking pretty good. So that's it for this video. If you guys have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below. If you want to see anything specific, let me know. But thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.